Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Adam Peller and Billy Jaffe, Barry Peterson here with you. The Bruins come back in the third period. They beat the Blues 3-2, your final. We talked about the third period against the Ottawa Senators where they didn't register a single shot on goal. We talked about the third period this season where the Bruins were outscored 16-5. Just 5 goals in the third period in 16 games going into tonight. 3 goals in the third period alone. Get out of my way, Penn.
Wow. You frustrated?
Yeah. Well, I think the Bruins were frustrated, especially in that second period.
After the second period.
We saw it.
I think the broadcasters were frustrated.
We were frustrated, too, in a situation because of the way things were going in that second period. You know, they had their opportunities. Here's the very first shift of the game. And we're going, I hope this didn't happen. Well, watch Lindholm's body language. He's, not again. What a way to start a game, Billy.
Yep. And he knew it right away. He's talking to himself. He's been struggling to do what he wants to do. There was some other frustration. Pastrnak comes to watch right here. Can't control it. Yeah, there's a penalty. But watch on the replay, you'll see that David Pastrnak early on in the game, he couldn't do the toe drag. And then he gets frustrated right there, talking to himself a bit. Can't believe it. Oh, man, Marchand looking out, thinking, come on, guys. Even coach yoga breath. Right there. And then here, Pastrnak later. I love this, right, Barry?
Yep.
He's down. He's down in the dumps. You can't believe it. Everything's going on. And then coach is going to come over there. He's having a little chit-chat with himself. Here he comes. So stupid, he's talking to him.
All right, so you got all this frustration, right?
At the end of the second, yep.
At the end of the second period. But Andrew Raycroft, Razor,
our
said
man,
this going into the third.
John, this team needs a comeback victory. They haven't had a comeback victory all season. Just 6 players have shots on goals through these 2 periods for the Boston Bruins. I'm feeling it tonight. I feel a comeback. Lots of pucks on net. A good road comeback, guys. Nothing better to get a team going, right?
All right, so Razor was feeling it going into that third period. The Bruins had 19 shots on goal through the first 2 periods. Obviously, we talked about the penalties. We talked about the ozone penalties that they were taking. We talked about not being able to convert on the power play, but yet Razor was optimistic. And then the comeback started.
Yeah, and you could feel it. The other thing that we talked about in the between the periods was especially teams and not taking penalties, Billy. 0 penalties in the third period.
This is going to start, though, in the third with a good play in the neutral zone by Pastrnak on a not such a great play from Colton Parayko. But Morgan Geekie, who we actually talked about after the first period, doing little detail things that he had to do, right, aggressive stuff, nature, right, keeping pucks alive. Pasternak's actually, I think there's going to be a fortuitous right there. Heel of the stick, bounce right over to Geekie, who doesn't waste any time.
No, and then the reaction I thought that you and I both picked up afterwards, after this pass goes through, not only does Geekie give it the fist pump, but Pasta did as well. And it was kind of like, okay, I've got, what do I have, 10 shots on goal, things haven't been going. Okay, maybe this will get us going.
And Geekie needed that, too.
No question.
Yeah, needed that.
No
Team
question.
needed it.
But it's nice.
Geekie needed that.
It's nice to see him be rewarded for playing the right way and all of a sudden get some offense going as well.
David Pastrnak, again, had not scored a goal at that point, but 7 assists in the last 8 games with that assist to Morgan Geekie. And then, again, no Hampus Lindholm, by the way, who left the game with an injury. Right? Yep. And so Charlie McAvoy, one of those players that needs to step up, and he did.
Yeah, he did. And he starts this one deep in his own end. What I like about him, Billy, is he's not done. He just starts it there, so he's got to be coming hard, and he's coming up late, and they do a good job winning some battles, Brazeau and Marchand. No hesitation whatsoever from McAvoy. Look how fast he's got to be coming up here, Billy. He's way behind the play. He's coming up, and right away he's thinking, shot.
Yeah, the whole time. He's ready. He's opened up. The Bruins kind of, there's a little, remember earlier they fumbled while trying to penetrate the zone. Here, again, they are able to do it this time, get control of it. I thought Marchand was excellent in the third period. For that matter, all the big 3 of the Bruins
and
were
Brazeau here going to the front of the net.
Yes. But right here, stick with it right there from Brazeau over to Marchand, puts it right into the one-time wheelhouse for McAvoy. And all of a sudden you're like, okay. And you know what's happening in St. Louis? A team that has struggled the last couple of games big time? What's happening there? Tight, you know what?
Yep.
Everything's tightening up.
Charlie McAvoy.
Pucker up time, folks.
Charlie McAvoy had scored goals in back-to-back games to start the season, right? He was the first Bruins defenseman to do that since Dallas Smith hadn't scored since tonight. And so he was able to tie things up at 2. And then, you talk about Jeremy Swayman making some big saves tonight when the Bruins were down 2-0. He makes a breakaway save on Jake Neighbors, and you're thinking at the time, all right, well, Bruins still got to get things going offensively, but still, this was a big save.
This is why you always build a goalie pack. Right? You always...
Absolutely.
You never know.
You never know.
You guys are screaming. We got to
right. I mean, if only if producers realize that. And then all of a sudden here, the post.
Yeah.
Yes, the goalie's best friend.
That's all I gave him.
That's right. The way that the Bruins and Swayman made a couple of timely saves in the third period, it might be cliche, but it is true. Timely face-off win, timely save, whatever. They needed it. That's an easy one right there. But thankfully, we had a save pack to show.
Yeah,
you.
we were ready.
And all kidding aside, Swayman needed that too. He's been playing pretty well, but he has no results for it. Now all of a sudden, you make some big saves at crucial time, and you're able to come back and win a hockey game. So it's good for his confidence as well.
And then it was David Pastrnak who called game. $1:46 left in the third period. Showed you the assist on the Morgan Geekie goal. Well, now Pasta's got to get his right here.
But look at the tenacious forecheck ability, no giving up. We talked about winning those one-on-one battles. And this was a delayed action as McAvoy slides this across. It looks like Binnington's going to squeeze this. Right here, look at him go across, keep his feet moving.
And who's in front?
And look at in front of the net.
Geekie. Huh? Geekie again, right there. Watch Bear. He's going to get a hit. It's coming up right there. Takes a hit. Puck stays alive. And then just like McAvoy was ready to shoot, Pastrnak, is ready to shoot.
Yeah, he's ready to go. And it looks like a delayed reaction, right? He thinks, they got this one again. But he's able to get it through. Look at the body.
It doesn't make it to the back of the net. That's why.
That's not important as long as it goes over that line, right?
Right. And all of them.
And look at his reaction when it goes in, too. You can see it's like a big relief, like, thank goodness for that.
Stick with
right there.
There it is. Yep. Yeah, that's got to feel good. 7th goal of the year. Again, a 7-game goalless streak snapped.
So again, Adam, we talked about this third period. The leaders, Pasta, Marchand, McAvoy, Geekie, Swayman. The guys you needed to have come through at big times really did.
But the first 3 names.
Yes.
Yeah. The first 3 names are by far the most important for this team. Leaders got to lead, right? And they haven't always this year. Marchand, I felt he's been really good lately.
Yep.
Needed some other help. We talked about other guys needing the help. Those others 2 came through in that third.
McAvoy with an assist on that David Pastrnak goal as well. Our start of the game presented by Subaru New England. Fall in love with a brand new Subaru. Most game-winning goals in the NHL since the 2014-15 season. That's David Pastrnak, now tied with Alex Ovechkin and Nathan McKinnon. The most goals, as you can see, Connor McDavid and his teammate Brad Marchand, second on that list. And so David Pastrnak, the game winner, standing by with Andrew Reagan.
David, nothing better than a comeback victory on the road in the National League. What brought that one on?
The belief we had in the room, you could feel it. We obviously didn't have any goals going into the third, but there was something different. We felt we're gonna get it. It's just a matter of the time, and obviously a heck of a comeback for us and a big win for our group.
Your stat line is as good as some guys' careers. 2 points, +2, 24 minutes, 10 shots on goal. Just a fantastic night from you. You were shooting right from the start. Was that a mentality that you wanted to bring?
100%. Obviously, I passed up on some shots previous game, so I definitely was going with the shooting mindset, and still frustrating, we put those all the 9 shots at least I had before the goal were some good looks, and, I just couldn't bury one, so big goal for me, how I said, and even bigger win for our group.
Big win for you guys. Congrats. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Big win for the Bruins tonight. Don't miss your chance to get into the Bruins Centennial Jackpot 50-50 raffle. The raffle runs until December 1st and has multiple secondary prizes as well as cash prizes. Go to Bruins.com/5050 for tickets. The Bruins with their first win when trailing after 2 periods this year. Jeremy Swayman and the Bees with 2 points in St. Louis. Andy Brickley's conversation with Jim Montgomery next.